I'm Natalie Benz, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing two creepy, scary stories about love, because it's Valentine's. But very quickly, before I get into today's video, if you enjoy my videos but you're not yet subscribed, you know what to do. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time I upload a video. Now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So this first story slash urban legend is called The Love Potion. The Love Potion. This story is about a 21-year-old man who decides to take a trip, a holiday to the Bahamas alone. And when he gets there, he finds that everything seems to be just as he'd imagined it. The weather is beautiful, the hotel is quite high class, the beach is gorgeous, and overall the atmosphere is just perfect. So on the first night of his holiday, he decides to put on his favourite aftershave, he puts on his most expensive shirt and goes down to the hotel bar for a drink. When he gets down to the hotel bar, almost immediately he spots what he believes to be the most beautiful woman he's ever seen in his entire life. And he's kind of mesmerized by this woman. Now she's wearing quite a revealing, gorgeous red dress. She's got long dark hair, deep brown eyes, and he's just instantly in love with her. Now this man is naturally quite shy, but eventually he gathers the courage to walk up to her at the bar and nervously asks her if he can buy her a drink. She turns to him and then dismisses him with a wave of her hand. Just like that. Now, as you can imagine, the man felt instantly embarrassed, and he was also feeling really rejected. So he hung his head and he went back to his hotel room, where he remained for the rest of the night. The next night, he went back to the bar again, and once again, the beautiful woman was sitting at the bar. So he thought he would give it a second chance. So he goes over to her once again, and this time he introduced himself. She turned to him and said, "Why would I care what your name is?" He then replies, "I just thought that we could get to know each other a little better." And her reply to this was, "I would rather chew my own leg off than get to know you." And once again, the man returned to his hotel room all alone, feeling absolutely humiliated. The next day, he decides to go explore in the town, and as he's walking around, he notices an old lady selling items from a cart on the street. So he walks over intrigued and has a look at the things she's selling, and he notices that she has a sign on her cart that says spell casting and black magic. So he approaches the woman and asks her nervously, "Do you have anything that can make somebody fall head over heels in love with me?" The woman tells him that she has exactly what he's looking for, and she gets out this small glass bottle. And on this bottle, there's a heart emblazoned on it. And inside the glass bottle, there was this red syrup-like liquid. She tells the man that this is a love potion. The man eagerly took the potion, he paid for it, practically throwing his money at this old woman because he was so desperate for this to work, took the potion, and as he turned to walk away, the woman called him back and she said, "Only put one single drop of this potion into the drink of the woman that you intend to use it on. Otherwise, you will regret it." That night, he goes back to the bar, and of course the beautiful woman is there once again. So he walks over and sits next to her, and immediately she turns her back to him, because we all know by now she is not interested in this man. And I find it really creepy that he's still pursuing her after she is clearly not interested. And as her back is turned to him, he takes the opportunity to pour the love potion into her drink. And he's so worried that it's not going to work that he pours the entire love potion into her drink. 20 minutes later, the woman turns to him and smiles. Her eyes were glittering, her pupils were dilated, and before he had a chance to say anything, she literally pounced on him, kissing him passionately. The man couldn't believe his luck. He couldn't believe that this love potion had actually worked. They spent the entire night kissing and cuddling and just basically acting like a pair of loved up teenagers. When the morning came, the woman wanted to surprise the man by cooking him a romantic breakfast. So she left early in the morning to go and pick up some things to make him the breakfast. Things like croissants and cream cheese, things like that. But as she left the hotel, there was a terrible accident and she was actually hit by a car when she set foot on the pavement, and the car actually ran over her head and her head was crushed and she died instantly. The young man spent the whole day crying uncontrollably, and when it came to nighttime, he found it really difficult to fall asleep. As he lay in bed, tossing and turning, trying his hardest to get to sleep, he started to sense a presence in the room. Turning over, he was horrified to see the ghostly figure of the woman in red crouching down at the end of the room. When she raised her head, he realized that the skin from her face was ripped off, revealing the bone underneath. Before he had a chance to react, the woman, the ghostly woman, pounces on him. She jumps on him and starts kissing him passionately, mashing her bony teeth and mutilated lips against his skin, against his mouth. He screamed and he screamed, but she didn't let go until morning came. Every single night she returned and the same thing happened. Every night until the end of his life. The second story is called The Wild Rose, and this is an urban legend based in Ireland. Many years ago, there lived a young woman by the name of Eliza Day, and many people called her the Wild Rose because she was as beautiful as the wild roses that grow down by the river. One day, a young man came into town and spotted Eliza Day, and he instantly knew that she was the one. He went to her house and introduced himself, and then took her in his arms and kissed her ruby red lips. On the second day, the man turned up at Eliza Day's house once again. This time he brought with him a single red rose, and when he gave her the rose, he told her that she was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. He asked her to meet him down by the river where the wild roses grow. On the third day, the man took Eliza down to the river, and she was standing on the bank just gazing into the water. He kissed her on the lips one last time, and when she turned around, he beat her to death with a rock in his hand. And as he killed her, he whispered, "All beauty must die." He then placed a rose between her teeth and slid her into the river, and watched as she slowly sank and disappeared beneath the water. Her body was never found, and over the years she continued to be referred to as the Wild Rose. Many people claim to have seen the ghost of Eliza Day walking along the banks of the river where the wild roses grow. Her head is bashed in and there's blood running down her face, and in her hand she's clutching a single red rose. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. 2 scary stories about twisted love. And a big happy Valentine's Day to you. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know, and you can let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. And of course, if you enjoy my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That would make me so happy. And remember, always keep an open mind. Now it's time for a lovely cup of tea, so I will see you in my next video.